Hi, greetings from Toronto, Canada, gentlemen.
Hey, greetings.
Greetings.
Thank you for this series. It's so much fun.
Oh,
Unfortunately, my boys are a lot older, but I think had they had this 20 odd years ago, they would have been right there in front of the TV. Patrick, I have to start with you. Where does one come up with an idea that their dad is an alien bounty hunter? Very, very creative.
Well, we were talking about what kind of story we want to see. And we were talking about me and Ev, both are sci-fi heads, both wanted to do something with black main cast in sci-fi and do it the way we wanted to do it. And I think when we were talking, I was also drawing from my childhood because me and my sister got taken to work with my dad all the time. We wanted, and we liked it. We actually liked going and helping him out. He would shoot these local TV commercials. And then as we got older, I kind of started to like learn more about my dad, of like his days as like a bouncer and sometimes wheelman. And I was like, you never told us about that whole lot. And he's like, oh, don't worry about that. So that's some of the stuff, some of the raw materials in my life. But this show was really, us coming up with what we thought would be a good way to do the family stuff that matters and the
Yes.
sci-fi stuff that we loved.
Absolutely. And Everett, yes, it is so relatable. It doesn't matter who's watching. Any family can relate to this. Was that, very, that had to have been so important to you because it's not just the fun that the kids have with the dad but it really does really hit on family dynamic and relationships. I mean, you've got this divorced family, a separated family. And so that had to have been so important, I think, to get that across.
it definitely was important. One of the big goals is like, obviously we wanted to do a show with a black family at the lead, but we also wanted to do it in a way where it's like, you know what, we're not gonna like glamorize this. We're actually gonna present like, hey, this is a family. And
Yeah.
if you go along the ride with these characters, you're gonna identify with them. Like they're gonna remind you, oh, the relationship that Lisa has with her dad just like reminds me of the relationship that I have with my dad.
Yeah.
And that was one of our clear goals. We wanted people to be able to see themselves in these characters. And
Yeah.
we felt like we could serve all audiences with that.
100%. And Patrick, I mean, the voice cast, boy, did you ever hit the jackpot? I mean,
Yes.
come on, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's so perfect.
Yeah.
Somebody talk about that.
We did. We basically got our dream cast. Chandra and casting really helped us. She gave us put a lot of great people in front of us. And some of these people were ones that we wanted, from the jump. Some of them were ones that we assumed we couldn't get, like Rob Riggle, where we're like, oh, we'd never be able to get him. They're like, why don't you try him? Like, and Laz Alonso, it's like he was another one where it was like, oh, he would be amazing, but that would never happen. And our Chandre's like, let's try. You can always ask, and they can always say no. But I think, I mean, Ev, I just think a lot of people, it's like if you put love in the material, people will sense that from you. And I think that's why we got the cast that we did, is because they were picking up what we were throwing down.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Everett, did you want to add to that? Because,
Well, it,
Dreamcast.
it was actually incredible, but I think a lot of that just it kind of speaks to there are not a ton of opportunities for like black talent to do stuff in animation. So that's why we were continuously surprised by the caliber of people that we want, because like, oh, I always wanted to do like voiceover for an animated show. So I mean, it kind of made our job easy.
Yeah, Patrick, you kind of answered this, but I want you to think back when you were a little boy. If you had found out that your parents had a secret job, but not what they did, what would be your dream as a kid for your parents to do, and you could hop on and watch?
For their secret job, what's
Yeah,
my
secret job.
I
Yeah.
mean, you're looking at it. This is us. This is me living vicariously through Sean and Lisa. This is what I wanted. 100% bounty hunter.
Uh, why not, right? Everett, how
Yeah.
about you? I mean, I could
Me,
see you as a ballet dancer, maybe, no?
who me? I'm very graceful. That is true. No, I think it probably would be something like spy. I don't know if I would have thought of bounty hunter. I probably would have thought of like spy or secret agent or something like that.
Yeah, those are cool. Well, this one
Yeah.
is really, really cool. I really want to thank you guys for your time today. Really loved it. And it's just so much fun. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Bonnie. This is
Bonnie.
great.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Take care.
Thank you, Bonnie. Stand by.